I've often heard it said that the kings and prophets are very confusing to follow along. And I thought to myself, what would make it easier for a person to see the progression of the story in the Old Testament so it's not so confusing when we get to that section? That is how the Hand of God seminar came about. And I used a system of envelopes to help unfold the progression of the Old Testament. If you are not at that seminar but you would still like to follow along, you can create your own envelope system. This is how I did it. First, I started with a 9x12 manila envelope that I called the Noah envelope. Inside this Noah envelope, I have two smaller 6x9 envelopes. One is a vertical manila envelope for the other nations. The other one is a 9x6 landscape white envelope for Abraham's family. Inside of the other nations, I used 4 neon colored index cards for the 4 countries that are mentioned in Genesis chapter 10 that play a key role in the unfolding of the Old Testament story. We have Canaan, Egypt, Assyria, and Babylon. Although I don't mention Canaan and Egypt very much in the Hand of God seminar, it's important to have them to see where they come in the story. For the Abraham envelope, I include Isaac and Jacob on the outside to show that they're the founding fathers of the nation. Inside of Abraham's envelope, I have the 12 sons of Jacob. For the 3 prominent tribes, I use regular letter-sized envelopes. For Joseph, which is in yellow and has Manasseh and Ephraim underneath, Judah, which is in orange, and Levi, which is also in orange. I color code the sons of Jacob according to which mother they came from. So for the remaining sons of Jacob, I have Leah's children on orange, Reuben, Simeon, Issachar, and Zebulun. I have Benjamin on yellow to match the Joseph envelope. I have Gad and Asher, who are Zilpah's sons, on light green. And then I have Dan and Naphtali, who are Bilhah's sons, on light blue. In the Levi envelope, I include small strips of paper with the word Levites written on them. And I've put 3 in this envelope. Inside of the Judah envelope, I have a small square envelope which has David written on it, and underneath I've included Solomon. Inside of the David envelope, I have a small card which is with Jesus' name and the verses Matthew 1:1 and verse 21. By putting these envelopes together, you can follow along the whole progression of the Old Testament and see how everything points to Jesus.